What is going on, guys? Good afternoon here. I'm just making a quick video here on how to use RSI. Okay, I'm going to show you how to use a RSI correctly. Not how they've been teaching you of you know, sell when it's up here and buy when it's down here. That's the wrong way to use a RSI. Now, after making this video, I'm sure I'm going to see some videos pop up on copying this video or whatever, but that's not the point. The point is I want to show you guys how to use the RSI correctly. Now let me go to my charts. I already got it set up here for the video. um Normally I don't use RSI, but if I did, this is a way you use RSI. Okay, you ever notice how um every time you sell up here, because it goes to 80, you sell up here and you think you're doing good because, oh, I got it at 80, the RSI is at 80, it's gonna come down, um, and then it shoots up, and then it stops you out of your position, and it keeps going higher. Then you're like, oh, okay, now I'm gonna short it. Now it's above 80 or whatever, it doesn't really matter. Now the RSI is really high. Now I'm gonna short it, and then you short it. It keeps going up, and it stops you out again, and then you're like, okay, now I'm going to use short again because now is the time is coming down because the RSI is up. I've been told when the RSI is up, especially over 80, the stocks come back down. Okay, and it just never happens. You keep doing that, you keep losing money. It just never happens. At the end of the day, you go back and you say, oh, if I would have shorted right here, right at this spot, I would have made a bunch of money. But no, I didn't do that. Well, RSI is a hindsight indicator. It only works, and all these indicators, they only work after the trade has been done. They don't work during the trade. And as you all know, they're all lagging indicators. Now, they're technically, the indicators are all right. They're all right. None of them are wrong. It's just they're lagging indicators, all right? That's what's wrong with them. Um, as you come to find out, the less indicators you use, the better you're gonna be. For me, I don't use any indicator. The only indicator I happen to use is sometimes I'll use a VWAP, if that. Sometimes. Lately, for a while now, I just been trading like this. This is how I trade, just price action. I don't use pre-market. I don't use none of that. I just use what I see, price action. That's what I do. I don't use pre-market. I just find that to be a distraction for me. So this is how I trade. But anyways, that's not what the video is about. The video is about how to use RSI. So RSI, if you go to studies, put edit studies, you go up here, it's RSI, you pull it up. It's right here. Come down here, look what it says. The RSI is called the relative strength index. Okay, relative strength index. It is not called the buy and sell indicator. It's not called the make you money indicator. It's not called the short when it's up and buy when it's low indicator. That's not what it's called. It's called the relative strength index. That's what it's called. Okay. Okay, so like I said, the way you want to use this, pull it up on your chart here. Now, right off the bat, it's going to be, I believe this one's probably red, so it'll be red or appear. But take that out because I don't want you to see the red or I don't want you to see when it's overbought or oversold. Okay, I just want you to see the line. So we have a QCOM here, for example. So whenever the RSI, like they tell you guys, buy when it's down here, sell when it's up here. Now at the end of the day, you go back and you say, oh man, look at all these opportunities. If I would have bought right here, held on or something, I would have been a millionaire the next day. Or, oh, if I would have shorted up here, I would have been making money, whatever. That's how they teach you to use RSI. Now the relative strength index is just a measure. It's just going to measure the strength of the individual stock. Okay, it's going to measure the strength. So what that means is when the relative strength index is going up like this, that means the strength is to the upside. Okay. Now you get some dips here. That doesn't matter. Okay, look, make a line, doesn't really matter. Anyways, the strength is to the upside. You do not want to be going short whenever the strength is like this to the upside. Whenever it's over 80, that does not mean short. What that actually means that the stock is really bullish. That's all it means. Now I know you're saying, "Oh, look at it at 80 and it came down," just like the RSI did. Like I said, guys, this only works after the fact it happened. It only works after the trade has happened. Like I mentioned earlier, I know a lot of people you short when it's at 80 and it just keeps going up and up and you keep getting stopped out and you keep going back in the trade and you just get in a rabbit hole and then you lose all your money and stuff like that. That's how it ends up working. So this instance here, you do not want to be going short when the strength is to the upside. Okay, whenever the strength is to the upside like this, you do not want to be going short. Look at the stock. Okay, it's the same thing. Draw a trend line. You do not want to be going short here. Okay. Let me remove all this. Whenever the strength is to the downside like this, you do not want to be going long. Okay, simple. You're not going to be going long when the strength is to the downside. It's just, that's not going to happen. Okay, now when it's below 30, that does not mean buy. Now I know at the chart it looks like, oh, buy, just like the RSI. But that's, like I tell you guys, that's after the fact it happened. As soon as the stock starts moving up, the RSI is going to go up. Okay? Just like right here. Does that mean you buy here just because it starts going up? No. You want to look at the overall trend of the stock. That's what the RSI is for. Now, over time, with time, you're going to be able to use, tell the trend of the stock without using RSI. Okay? Like, it's easy. Like here, the trend is down. Here the trend is down. Here the trend is up. As you can see, it's up. The trend's up. Okay, it's very easy, simple to do. Now, typically me, if I were to use an RSI, I would put 20 here instead of 14, just because I would want a smoother. I would want this to be smooth. I don't want it to be all jaggedy like this, because then you don't know what you're doing. Let's take a look at Facebook, for example. Okay, so as you can see right here, the trend is to the upside. Look at this. It passed over 80 and it keeps just going up and up and up. Okay, like I told you guys, pretend that you didn't see this. Okay, it was just the start of the day. It's like this. Okay, now you're like, oh, it's at 80. I'm going to short it now. Now it's going to come down. It's at 80. Well, you short it and look, it just keeps going up. Oh, it came down. The RSI is looking weak. Plus, it's next to 80. I'm going to short it now. And it just keeps going up and up and up. Oh, it's at 80. I'm going to short it now. And it just keeps going up and up and up, up and up. And you keep getting stopped out here. You get stopped out here. You enter another short here. And once it goes under 188, you're like, yes, it's going to work. And you get stopped out again. All because you're using the RSI. Okay, so that is not how you use the RSI. As I mentioned before, when the RSI is like this, that means there's strength to the upside. You do not want to be shorting when the strength is to the upside. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. That's all you have to do. Don't short when the strength is to the upside, like this, or above 80. Now, RSI is an indicator. It's one of those indicators where it's unbound. Okay, what does unbound mean? Okay, what that means is the indicator does not go from 0 to 100. Okay, it goes from literally, look at this. You could go on and on and on. Literally, the RSI could be negative 5,000. Okay, or it could be 10,000, and it could still be going up. Okay, just because it's 80, the stock doesn't care if it's 80. Your hedge fund managers, whenever they're taking trades throughout the day, they don't care if it's at 80. And that's pretty much what it is, guys. I mean, a bounded indicator only goes from 0 to 100. A unbounded indicator such as RSI goes from, like I said, literally negative 10,000 to plus a million. Okay, like I said, the stock doesn't care if it's at 80. The stock is not gonna stop and turn around because it's at 80. If that was the case, everybody would be a stock millionaire. Everybody's grandma would be trading. All she would have to do is sell up here and buy down here. Everybody would be a millionaire, but that's not how you buy. That's not how you use RSI. So I was right here on Facebook. The strength is to the downside. You do not want to be going long when the strength is to the downside. Okay, now there's not a lot of movement right now in the market, so I can't really show you this real time. When the RSI is in the middle like this, between just floating around like this in between these two channels, that's typically whenever you do not want to be trading. You do not want to be in a trade when it's just flat like this, because it's not going to do anything. You're just going to lose money. It might go down a little bit and you're going to say, oh, it's getting stopped out, no volume, I'm going to stop out. You're going to be losing money. Do not trade whenever it's flat. Okay, another perfect example is right here on the SPY on what day was this? On Tuesday. Okay, look at the momentum. Look at the RSI. It's just straight up. Look how it's now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, but look, 80's right here, and it turned around just at 80. Well, that's the thing, guys. It only happens after the fact. It's already happened. During this trade, at one point, 80 was down here. And then 80 moved up here. And then 80 moved up here. Okay. It's not just that, oh, it just stopped at 80 and came down. Okay. That's not what happened. Okay. Basically, if you're going to take anything away from this video, I don't want to make it too long. I'm over 11 minutes already. Whenever the indicator's up like this, even if it's over 80, that does not mean short. That's a strength to the upside. That means you want to be looking for a long. Whenever it's down like this, right here, that means there's a strength to the downside. You do not want to be looking for a long. Okay, I don't care if it's at 30. You do not want to be looking for a long. Look at this, strength to the downside. Don't go long here, guys. Just don't do it. Look at this. It's over here playing around at 80, and then just comes down straight to the downside right here. I know some of you guys are still gonna be iffy, and you're gonna be looking at the charts and saying, "Well, right at 80 comes down." Well, if you want to keep trading using the RSI that way, go ahead. It doesn't bother me. Use the RSI however you want, but the RSI is not a tool to get in and out of a trade. Okay, I'm sick of all these people making all these videos that tell you how to short up here and buy down here, and then you got everybody saying, "Oh, what a great video that is." How's that a great video? You're showing people the wrong thing. You're showing people how to lose money. Okay, if you're gonna take anything away from this video, don't short and sell up here and down here. Okay, use this. Don't use this to even get in a trade. Okay, the only reason you want to use RSI is to see where the strength is at. So right here, you see the strength is to the downside. Okay, look at the stock. Even though went up a little bit, strength was to the downside. Right here, look at this. It was just flat. You do not want to be in a trade here. Look at this. Strength was to the downside. You do not want to be going long when it's going down like this. You do not want to be going short whenever it's like this right here. Okay. That's just not how you do it. So anyways, that's the end of the videos. If you guys have questions or comments, leave them down below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike the video, give it a thumbs down. Like I said, it doesn't really bother me. Anyways, stay tuned for the next video.